Thought I'd try something different here. I'm done for the day. Dropped my load off in Sterling Heights, Michigan. I'm going to go down Van Dyke Avenue down to 94. Right now we're at 10 Mile Road. About going across 8 Mile Road because 8 Mile, maybe I will, but Van Dyke all the way down to 94 is kind of a eye-opening experience. We'll see how it goes. Got a little weather, a little snowing. This would be an opportunity to see some of the back streets of Detroit. I thought about going down this road called McNichols. 7 Mile wouldn't be bad to go across. 8 Mile is, I guess because of the movie 8 Mile, it might be interesting for some of you to see 8 Mile Road. That exciting, so a lot more exciting. I have a friend that used to, his family had a store on 7 Mile Road, and he would have to, he's had the opportunity to run. Exciting as you get down closer to the city, or to the river, I guess. This doesn't really to Detroit, but it does go down by the river. I've got a little bit of time today, so I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm not really going out of the way to get back. I'm just going side streets instead of expressways. If you look at the map, I'm going to Canton, Michigan. Still might, I don't know. As we can see how if it keeps running, I don't know if it's all pixelated or what's going on there. I thought about starting over. We'll see how it goes here, I guess. Getting down to the funner parts. This is 8 Mile Road here. Really, it doesn't look all that dangerous, you know. So we gotta go down where it's dangerous. I'm gonna run that across. was to cut across 7 Mile Road, that would be a worthwhile trip. But we'll go down here. I'll just run this right to 94. That'll be pretty interesting, I think. When I hauled steel, I was up and down this road all the time. I hauled steel in the city of Detroit for 7 years, so there's I'll probably make a lot of references in my live streams about hauling steel. Snow down there, yeah, it's trying to. It's not too bad. I was expecting a blizzard today. Nothing like that. Down further, unless they've really cleaned it up, it should start deteriorating quickly once we get past this is 7 Mile Road here. That's pretty scary. I would go down some of the side streets through the neighborhoods. It looks like a war zone down here, but if something was to happen, you know, it's bad enough that I'm on this road. Oh, goodness. Probably don't translate well on the camera. Burned out house over there. It's going to get worse as we go south. Oh, I wish I could have stopped it here. That street there has got a bunch of them. The one that had the burned out house, that was the first of many. This church on the right, I think it's called the Perfecting Church now. Who is that? There's the Winans, BB and CC Wymans came out of that church. Winans, that used to be Bethesda, and they moved out. They moved up to 16 Mile and Shaner. That's what I call my daughter sometime. Her name is Shana, but I call her Shaner because of that road. Little blizzard here. There's a cemetery here on the left, but I gotta try to remember the name. It's been quite a while since I've been down this way, probably 10 years. McNichols is 6 Mile, I believe. But this cemetery has a really cool carved stone building. Now, there was a place that I hauled steel out of. A City Steel was the name of it. It was down that road. Down McNichols, you hang a left. And it was City Airport is about a mile left to the east of here. We're headed south right now. And that place was right at City Airport. It was kind of a cool place, but it was a dump. If you could get your truck through their door, you could get through every door in the city of Detroit, because it was 11 feet 11 feet 4, something like that, 11 feet 6. So you had to cut your exhaust stacks down so they'd fit through that door. If you had a Kenworth with a aerodyne sleeper on it, you had to go around the building and back in the other side. So if you got through that door, you were good for the whole city of Detroit. Paradise Chapel. Hard to believe. Now this area, this would be a good one if I could drive down the side streets on it, because this used to be like a bustling area, just hundreds of houses, and now it's like, you know, the cities had to come in and clean up the houses. A lot of crackheads and stuff, drug addicts living in these houses, and they, you know, burn the wood and stuff out of the walls to stay warm, and the houses would catch on fire. So where there used to be, I dare say, thousands of houses back when the auto industry was booming, now there's hundreds, and they're ones that are here are just in horrible shape. It looks like there was a war here, literally. As we get down closer, Lynch Road. There's a motorcycle clubhouse right up here on the left. I think it's the heck is that? I'll read it. They don't have any problems, I'm sure. Liberty Riders. Their place looks, it's probably the nicest place in the area. Well maintained and taken care of. Looks really nice. Way better than everything else around here. Big empty field here where there probably used to be a auto plant, maybe a Chrysler plant or something. Oh, I don't know if you can see what's left of that gas station over there on the left-hand side. Sunoco, I did that for a little while, haul gas in the city of Detroit. That was a real trip. Had some guys rob a gas station. There wasn't really a robbery, I guess it was, but they did a grab and dash or something. There's a name for it, I forget. They ran in and grabbed a case of beer and just ran out the door. And I was dumping the gas, so I had all these hoses laid out on the ground, and they're jumping over these hoses in my work area there to get away from the owner. I didn't care for that job too much. Didn't pay real good either. You would think hauling gas it would pay real good, but wasn't that great, especially for the hours you had to put in. See, these houses used to come right out to the road. You look at them and they're really sparse now. Look over on the right. I got a second. You see those houses over there? They're all falling in, and then next to the houses that are falling in, there's a van parked out in the road and somebody living, you know. You get probably dangerous, you know, there's probably people living in them. They're, you know, bums and stuff. They probably find bodies in them down here. And then next to them there'll be some family with kids playing in the yard and stuff. Probably used to be a bank right there. down here and get some of this architectural stuff off of these buildings, you know, get the carved stone and stuff like that. I don't know how far down I dare go, because I could go further than 94. I think I'll go down a little further, because I'm not going out of the way, I'm just going a different way. I'll go down a little farther so we can see some more. Oop, go man, go. You didn't see that. GPS is gonna freak out. I got her turned down though, so this will be a little more exciting down this way. Ooh, got a nice Peterbilt coming around the corner in a minute up here. Pulling a flatbed. It's got a flat top sleeper. Short stacks straight. Well, I got mufflers on there, but I don't know. There might be straight pipes with heat shields on them. There he is. Nice paint. Got some LEDs on the bumper. Down here, there's an abandoned high school there. It's all covered with graffiti. Weeds growing up through it. I don't know if I should switch over to that other angle. I'm going to try that real quick. See what it does. That's me. Get a little bit of a wider angle here so you can see some of the stuff out on the side. Unfortunately, you can see my bracket, but it might be a payoff. If that's a bad view, let me know. I'll switch it back to the other one. That building on the right there was probably built in the 1800s, early 1900s, very early. Just judging by the arches over the windows and stuff. Some buildings down there. Gratiot Avenue. Yeah, it's going to get fun here in a minute. Get down in the hood. Used to be an old church down here on the right hand side. It was like a bunch of carved stone on the front of it, big stained glass windows, and they had plexiglass over the stained glass windows so people couldn't throw rocks through them. You know, the lack of appreciation down here for the stuff in their neighborhoods. You know, you got a church that's got old stained glass windows that are probably worth, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars. Kids throwing rocks through them to entertain themselves. Disrespecting, you know, just, I don't know. Not real cool. Come on, dude, what are you gonna do? Says 25. I'll stick right to the speed limit. It seems not too bad a shape right in this area anyway. I don't know if Heidelberg Street is right down here. I think it's coming up. There used to be a thing down here called the Heidelberg Project, and it was this guy he got a grant, and he went to college to be an artist, and he got a grant from the government it seemed like I remember somebody saying $4 million, but you don't know, stories changing. But anyway, this guy was a world-renowned artist, and he would pick up garbage. He bought these houses off, they were HUD houses, probably got them for $1, and he would nail garbage to the side of the houses. And he'd get old paint, people would have paint laying around, and he'd get it, and he would paint circles on everything. And people would come from all over the world to see these houses, and it was just garbage. He'd take old dolls and strollers and just toys, Tonka trucks and stuff, and nail them to the house, and set them up in the yard. It was really bizarre. Oh man, that was scary. Looked like I was gonna bump that tree. This used to be a desirable part of town. Must not be much of a signal going on down here. Oh boy. I thought they forgot to turn their turn signal on. GPS is freaking out, man. I don't know. Let me try this other angle, see if that's a little bit better. Charlotte, boy. It's getting a little deeper. Kids walking to school today. That's got to be miserable. It's windy, cold. I don't mind. I really don't care how cold it gets, but man, when that wind starts blowing, forget about it. Little girl or whatever wearing Converse All-Stars, and feet's got to be getting cold. I guess it's only 9 o'clock, not even 9 yet, so. Somebody over. Okay, take your sweet time. Have a good day, man. Get down where it's a little more industrial. Another bank building. I wonder if that was the same bank, like a branch of banks that all had that similar architecture to them. The columns and stuff. Some old tenement buildings up ahead. Old apartment building. Oh boy. I just screwed up. Oh well. Wasn't paying attention. I'm not supposed to be on this road. busy running my mouth and looking around, I wasn't reading signs. I don't read every sign, but I usually look at them all. And I dropped the ball on this one. However, I am going to wait for a road that's a little more practical than this one right here. If I get pulled over, I'll just say I was live streaming. Wasn't paying attention. These are actually some pretty nice houses. Okay, now here. Lafayette. Boy, we're right downtown. Okay, come on in. Well, you're getting to see some stuff that I've never seen here. I've never been down this road. Not down this far anyway, I should say. I have been on Lafayette. More in the city. These are cool houses. Zone ahead. We'll squeeze her through. Some raggedy old buildings on the left there. Some of their cones over. I was in high school. My buddy Paul, he had this really nice Monte Carlo. We used to ride to school in it all the time. We were driving down one of the main roads in the town that I lived on. There were some surveyors that had put 3 cones up in the road around it. A stake that they had in the ground. And I didn't see any equipment in there. I just saw the 3 pylons, and my buddy says, "I see 3 pylons," and he swerves over and ran them all over. You know, you could see the guys in the background were all like aggravated. Wasn't nothing they could do. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? The guy throwing up or something? Well, this is going to be interesting because we're going to be this place on the left right here. I used to pick up this Soab or whatever. There's a bunch of different businesses in there. We used to pick up loads out of there all the time. This is going to be interesting here. Nice cemetery on the right. I wish I had maybe a 3D camera or one of them 360 cool, but they're like $700. But this is going to be right downtown. I don't know if you can see the buildings coming out of the haze up ahead, but we're going to be right downtown. If I do this right, maybe we can go through town. I don't know that I want to get in the city. Trucks do go in the city. There was a couple places that we picked up hauling steel back there, that Soab place, but there was another place. If I would have hung a right just before we came out of that little neighborhood, there was a place that we picked up in there. It probably went out of business, but right next door to it was I think it's called the Detroit Float Company or something, where they make the Thanksgiving Day parade floats. They work on them all year long. But That's a cool place because they'd get them balloons out, you know, the big inflatable balloons, and they'd fill them up, so you'd be driving down the road and all of a sudden there'd be a, you know, a 50-foot tall clown standing in this little dirt lot. That was kind of cool. I think that's an apartment building there, and the taller one on the left. It used to always kind of amaze me that they had a building that big, but it was that narrow. Alright, I gotta watch for the signs now because we're coming into the city. I don't want to make too big of a mistake. Oh, I should have hung a left right there. It's Gratiot Avenue. Whoa, watch it, buddy. I don't know how much of it. Lafayette, I think it comes out right by Greektown. If you ever get into Detroit, park in Greektown. There's a parking structure there. You can park in that and then take the people mover to if you're going. I don't know what they do for concerts down here now. I think everything's going to be at the Little Caesars now. All right. Oh man, I want to go in there so bad. Oh man, but I don't want to get in trouble either. Let's see. I guess I can make a right. There's nobody coming. I used to come down here with a trailer. It had what you called 3 9s, which was or 3 10s, I guess I had on the later ones. I had 3 9s at first. Man, this guy's begging for money. Thank you. I don't have to deal with him. Got a page on Facebook called Gas Money that deals with people begging on corners. There's Ford Field on the left. I don't know if you can see it or not. We're going to cut the corner here. Take 75 south, and then I'm going to grab 96, take that up to 94. So you kind of getting the tour today. Gratiot Avenue, we got to get over because I got to be on 75 south. Whoop, whoop. Oh man, better turn my lights on too. Right up around the corner there's a place on Gratiot Avenue. There's a place called Cheap Charlie's where you can go in and get coveralls and stuff. Buy some old uniforms from, you know, work clothes from the factories and then sells them. Some of them are a little bit ugly, but if you're just trying to keep dirt off yourself, that's plenty good. Alright, we're facing Ford Field right now. Home of the Detroit Lions. To the right of it is Comerica Park. You can see the lights and stuff real good. Comerica Park, where the Detroit Tigers play. There's that old church. I don't know if you can see it real good. You will be here in a second. I love that church right there on the left. You can just barely see it. If you look over on the right, there's a parking structure there. That's part of the complex for Little Caesars Arena. Oh, somebody lost their mattress. MGM Grand Casino parking lot there. Not a big one on that. Here's the lodge. I was talking about that this morning on a different live stream. That's where the lodge comes out. It actually comes out right underneath Cobo. It used to be Cobo Hall. I don't know what they call it now, but anyway, right by the Renaissance Center, which is now the GM World Headquarters. We're going to take 96 west, I guess it would be, but it's kind of north at this point. On the left used to be Briggs Stadium, or the old Tiger Stadium. They tore that down. She's a goner now. Station that was built by the Vanderbilts in the late 1800s, early 1900s, I think. Really cool little place. They're restoring that now. I think they're going to make it into city offices. There's good drone video of it on YouTube, but I don't know what you would call it. Grand Trunk, I guess, drone footage. To be, well, I'm sure it's still there, but it's probably a dump now. There was an old mansion in this neighborhood on the right that I just loved it. I loved it. And one day I walked around it and took some pictures of it, and I found some little envelopes that crack came in. So I was like, what a drag, this beautiful mansion. Somebody was probably trying to save it. It had some of those blue plastic tarps nailed to the roof, and probably would cost a couple $1 million to build it today. And here it is falling in a neighborhood full of drug addicts. What a shame. Oh, we gotta get over here in a second. Tireman Avenue. I used to work down by the Tireman. Did I just? Yeah, I did. No, I think I just missed my exit. Too busy not looking. Sure did. I'll do a Huey up here at Grand River, Grand Boulevard. Come back now. 94 is the road of preference, although I could hit some nice back roads in this neighborhood too. I don't want to do that. A lot of old churches in Detroit. Beautiful, beautiful old churches that have just fallen into disrepair. See if I can get this to point over that way. If you look, right there is a beautiful old mansion. Beautiful chimneys. That's got tarps nailed to the roof too. Doing some fancy stuff here. Oh, I gotta go up on that next one. Let me block anybody from getting beside me. Detroit is full. There are whole neighborhoods of mansions, and I mean big mansions. From back in the 20s, old Tudor revival mansions and stuff, whole neighborhoods full of them, and just falling in, you can buy them Like you can buy a house that would cost you a couple million to build today for $200,000 down there. No joke. Oh. Disappeared for a minute. Let me get that out of here. Alrighty. I guess we're back. I'll go a horrible long ways. There's a big tire. I think we'll probably go to the big tire and call it quits. This one's been pretty long. I don't know if there's too much to see down here. Liver noise. You can buy a church here. I was in Baltimore one time, and there was a church for sale there for $13,000. And this thing, I know it was built in the 1800s. I know it was. It was beautiful. It had marble columns on the front of it that were probably worth more than $13,000 a piece. Just beautiful, beautiful. They might have been granite, pink granite or something. I don't know. They were still beautiful, and I bet they were still more than 30,000 a piece. You'd have had to tear it down. Liver noise. There's a church to the left down here. You can't see it. It's down Liver noise. It's probably gone now. Fairly destroyed. Well, I'm with it, homie. Big heavy truck coming up. I can smell the heat coming off of it. Michigan Avenue is out to the left. The place that I work at is about a 3/4, not that much, not even half a mile, 3/8 of a mile. That's what I'm looking off of Michigan Avenue, but it's way down. There's a really cool high school down here. I don't know if it's Ford High School, Henry Ford High School. It was built by Henry Ford. He financed it. And kind of a Gothic revival. Looks like an old church in Europe. I know there's pictures of it online. If you Googled it. But I don't know if there's videos. There's a little bit. I'd like to come down and shoot video of it sometime. Probably will. It's well maintained. People are really, in the community, are really proud of it, so they don't throw rocks at it or paint, put their, tag it, I guess they call it, when they take a can of paint and spray on it. Come down this road in the summertime, you get the right bridges. If the bridge, the little underneath the bottom of the bridge there, if there's a flat spot, there'll be people living under there in the summertime. I guess maybe in the wintertime too sometimes. There'll be like a big pile of blankets and clothes and stuff. There'll be somebody sleeping down underneath the pile of clothes. Right there's one. Have to keep looking. If you see when a bridge comes by, look underneath the edges of the bridge. You might see if there's a bunch of junk under there, there's problem. We just passed on the left-hand side. Ooh, fire trucks, bunch more police cars. show you. Big truck tipped over. Reliable truck on the other side. I'm just going to go to the big tire and we'll call it a day. It's not too much farther. Gravel hauler, he's probably hauling salt today. Maybe. I don't know if that's a Crown Royal plant. On the left there used to be a place down here that made Crown Royal. Not sure what that is. And I feel like the truck's going to get blown right off the road. But over, I guess that makes some good video, wouldn't it? Bad on the video, I'm sure. Bumpy road, man. There's a big tire straight ahead. Get up to that. That'll be the end of that. That was built out of a Ferris wheel. There's videos you can see where they go inside it on YouTube. But it's pretty big. Pretty darn big, actually. That's good enough. I don't know if we'll go up a corner or two. Maybe a 747 will come in for a landing. That'll be a nice finish. We got to see an interesting part of Detroit. There's not much here. Pretty flat. Not too much to talk about here. I don't know if the airport, Detroit Metro area airport, DTW, right up around the corner here. There was a plane crash. I think I don't remember when that was. I was much younger, I know that. The guy that I know was coming to the airport to pick some people up, and it happened, before he got there or shortly after, I don't know. He was in the area when it happened, though. A lot of activity. There's a memorial there, but you can't park anywhere around it, so there's no way to. Every once in a while they'll have a little ceremony out there, and you'll see some people standing out there, but there's no place to park. Kind of just there, you know. Go around this corner. That'll be good. That'll be plenty. Just kind of flat ground here. A couple of little suspension bridges here over Telegraph Road. When I was married, my wife and I, we bought a little Siamese cat down here. This lady gave us directions in, and we drove miles, down roads with stoplights and stuff like that. And when we got to where it was, I told her, man, told my ex, I wish the lady would have told us where it was instead of giving us directions, because we could have drove down in half. I'm just going to come back on here and sign off because I keep losing my signal. So you guys have a great day, and please hit the like button. There had to be some part of this that you liked. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd appreciate it if you did. I'm just kind of getting started. I've got a nice one coming out pretty quick here about the National Corvette Museum. I've probably talked about it a couple of times before, but it's getting close to being done, probably next week. I made it in my phone, believe it or not, and I had it completely finished. Everything was completed to YouTube out of my phone because it was too I got some editing software made by the same company, and for my laptop, hopefully the quality of my videos that I shoot and edit will be a lot better in the future. But I had to destroy it, start all over again. But because I had it done the first time, I have a pretty good idea how to. So I just have a couple more minutes of video to put together, and then I just need to tweak the volumes and a dozen more times and make sure that I get everything where I want it to be, and all my clips are as long as I need them to be, or as short as I want them to be. It'll be done, so we'll see. Alrighty, well, you guys have a great day, and we'll sneak around this corner because I'm literally right around the corner from the airport. Maybe a big one will come in for a landing. That would be pretty exciting. Then I'll quit for sure. Get some coffee. Oh, there's one flying over top. Yeah, we did the last one then. Here. Maybe something will fly over. Metro Airport. I was here one time and George W. Bush came flying in. They were shutting the road down, and there was a guy who had an old beat up pickup truck that broke down, and he was either an Arab or a Mexican, but I'm sure he was drawing some attention. But the limousine was loaded and ready to go. We had to exit the road, so I pulled up on the side and watched the motorcade go by. That was pretty cool. I've seen George W. Bush, Bill Clinton I saw taking off out of Flint, Michigan. I couldn't believe that. And then Barack Obama, he usually went into Selfridge National Guard base, which to me makes a lot more sense to use the military establishment, because then you don't have the security that you don't have to worry so much about the plane. They're kind of set up a little better. Well, I honestly don't think anything's going to land. I'm not going to look real hard. So jump over one. Got a guy coming in. a good weekend, and we'll see you around. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe. Check out my Patreon page, Steve Ridgway, NRT Go. Sign up. Have a great one. Talk to you later.